What's going on, everybody? My name is Jake and welcome back to more Pokemon Emerald. In the last episode, we cleared out Team Magma from the Space Center here in Moss Deep City and then got to battle alongside Steven against Maxie and Tabitha, the admin and boss of Team Magma. After we defeated them, Steven gave us the HM for Dive, which we can now use to access our way to Sutopolis City, which is the next town we need to go to in the game, I'm pretty sure. If we look at the map here, and I don't know why that is so zoomed in. There we go. So we need to start making our way towards these little darker spots on the map. And I said I would catch a kind of, I guess you call it just a party filler Pokemon to have Dive, because Dive is, the equivalent of Dig, but water type. And I didn't want to give it to Tentacruel since Tentacruel's moveset is pretty much perfect at this point. So I just got another Tentacool and taught it Dive. So Tentacools are absolutely ubiquitous in Hoenn, especially when you're surfing. So if you're kind of in the same boat as me and don't want to use Dive, which again really isn't a great move on its own accord, you can go ahead and catch, a Tentacool or something. The only downside is that we have to, box one of our party Pokemon. So Camerupt is right now in the PC, but we'll, withdraw her soon enough. So I haven't really done much, I guess you'd call exploring around the area here in Moss Deep. Have I battled you? Okay, no it hasn't. So this might be, I remember somebody commented on a episode not too long ago about something being like a filler episode. Why the fuck are we fighting level 15 Magikarp after 7 badges in the game? So this might kind of be, I guess you could tab as like a filler episode, because we're at the part of the game that I'm not too familiar with. So we'll go into, we'll show off what diving does and probably fight some NPC trainers. But off camera, when I was kind of, looking for a Tentacool to catch, and just some other stuff, making sure I didn't miss anything in Moss Deep City, I got a call from May that said she saw a giant green flying Pokemon near Pacifilog Town. So anyone who knows Pokemon and knows this generation knows what she's referring to, and I know that Pokemon that she's talking about has significance in Emerald, not so much if you're playing Ruby and Sapphire. So I'm not sure when that comes into play, but I know we're kind of near the climax of the Team Magma and Team Aqua, stories. So maybe that's next up on the agenda. But yeah, it's been a long time since I've been this far into Pokemon Emerald. So yeah, might have an episode or two here where we're just kind of, going around training or, just searching through different areas. So just bear with me there. But we're going to try our best to have fun with it as it is. So I've been off a couple days from recording. I had some stuff going on during the week. Just had, either plans after work or, I live in Ohio and it's been cold as, I don't even know how you describe it. It's just been so cold. And so I was kind of getting a little sick again, and I had those episodes where I was recording and I wasn't 100%, so I didn't want to keep doing that. I was like, we're at a pretty good point in the LP right now, take a couple days off to where I feel better, and I feel pretty good right now. I went to a Blue Jackets game on Tuesday, which was fun even though they lost. I'm not a huge hockey fan, but I find it pretty entertaining. I like watching it. I just have never really gotten that much into it, because it always falls. I've told this to people that are like talking about if I wanted to go to more Blue Jackets games or get like more into hockey, and they're like, okay, football, here's my top 3 sports I like. Number 1 is football. It always has been, always will be, ever since I was a little kid. College, NFL, I prefer NFL, but college is awesome too. In fact, the last time I recorded, I was recording at halftime of the national championship game, which was a snooze fest the first half. The second half really ramped up. That's also the first time we've seen a Sharpedo in this whole game. We've seen like 10 million Carvanas, but Sharpedo's the evolved form of Carvana. Electric learning Bite. We already have... Well, I can't forget Strength because... Maybe if that was Crunch, I would find the move deleter and, you know, relearn that. But Bite, I mean, yeah, it gives you some type coverage over Psychic types and Ghost, but I don't know. I mean, Electric's not like a physical attacker, so... Alright, but anyway... what was I talking about? Oh yeah, National Championship. It was kind of boring in the first half, but then the second half really ramped up. I guess let's go over Dive. So obviously the darker parts in the water here, we can use the move Dive. And you can actually find Pokemon underwater. Don't ask me how our character survives in this situation, but yeah. At any point while you're diving, I'm pretty sure you just go back to the menu, choose dive again, and you'll surface. I don't think you have to be in any specific part of the water. But, yeah, anyway, like I was talking about earlier, yeah, football, favorite sport. Baseball's probably number 2 for me. You know, it's America's pastime, and baseball's always been my favorite sport to, like, just put it on the background, like while you're, you know, doing stuff around the house or at work. You know, you don't have to be so in tune to baseball to know what's going on in the game. And I think baseball games are really fun to go to in person. I think they're the most, like, I guess you could say family friendly, even though I don't have kids. But like just getting a group of friends together and going to baseball games, they're usually on the cheaper end, unless, you know, probably if you go to a Dodgers game, it's a lot more cheaper or a lot more expensive than going to like a White Sox game. But and then UFC is probably a number 3 for me, which I'm recording this on Thursday before the UFC returns and its first card on Paramount Plus, which I need to get a Paramount Plus membership so I can watch it. But yeah, I'm excited for that. Man, I really... Not that we had trouble really in the gym battle, but I really missed out on these training opportunities outside of Moss Deep City. But yes, those are my top 3 favorite sports. But if you think about those first 2 I mentioned, football and baseball, I like basketball too, but I don't know. Basketball is like, I've always kind of had a love and not so much love relationship with it. But anyway, like for hockey, it falls right. It starts in the middle of football season, like where it's getting good, and it ends when baseball season is starting. So I've never really devoted a ton of attention to hockey, but I like going to the Blue Jackets game, and they're not very good usually, so the tickets are usually cheap, so that's always good. Okay, man, that trick has gotten enough shine here. Let's go ahead. Let's give Altaria some love, why not? But yeah, so I've been kind of doing some little side quests, if you will, this week. Take a few days off recording, and again, I apologize. We're kind of just gonna be moseying around, doing all kinds of random shit in these next couple episodes. So, you know, again, as someone commented on a previous video, like call it a filler episode, if you will, but I'll try to knock some of these out in quick succession so that we can get to the good stuff again. But I also I don't remember what all we have and haven't done around this area. I mean, okay, I clearly haven't fought any of these trainers, so thank God I beat Tate and Liza on the first try, again, pretty handily. But if not, I mean, I would have these to turn to. Oh, you know what I really... I was going to say I should save some of these trainers for when we pull camera up back out of the PC. But, oh my gosh, these fucking cool trainers using their items, thinking they're the main character. You're just an NPC, you're not the main character. I completely forget what my like mental train or whatever you want to call it just went completely off track there. Let's see. I hope if anyone's got any New Year's resolutions that they're going well. My personal one was, I wanted to kind of be more prompt with like doing chores and not like putting stuff off. For like, how when you like take your laundry out of the dryer, right, and you put it in a hamper, and you're just like, it's late. I'll hang it up tomorrow, and then tomorrow morning turns into tomorrow evening, and then you're tired after work, so then tomorrow evening turns into this weekend, and then you get busy on the weekend doing whatever the hell you're up to, and then the weekend turns into, well, I'll do it first thing next week. So I'm trying to be more prompt on that, and I'm not gonna lie, to start the year I wasn't holding myself as accountable as what I should have, but I'm getting better at these last couple days. So I also think I might change gyms too. I currently go to Planet Fitness, and like I think Planet Fitness gets a bad rap. Everyone kind of talks shit on it, and like, yeah, it has a certain reputation. I get that. Okay, I'm not gonna just spam NPC trainers. I'll go around and do some of these off camera. But I will say this about Planet Fitness is that, my lord, it can just be absolutely packed sometimes. Just like, okay, like, I'm all for people working on themselves and like getting better, but I'm not gonna lie, there is a lot of, it's not even like newbies. You can tell when someone's in decent enough shape that they have worked out to some degree before, and there's just a lot of, I don't want to say dumb people, because that's obviously not, nice, whatever you want to say, but just kind of oblivious, I guess is a good word for it. I don't know. Like, I went today, and oh, what is this little thing? Oh. Oh, okay. Did I actually just stumble on like the next point in the story? I think I did. I remember like the seafloor cavern thing. And now we've triggered like the villainous music. Okay. Alright, I'm honestly gonna put a pin in this. We're not gonna do this quite yet because I want to make sure I'm trained up before I go into this. But at least we discovered it. Let's just go inside and see if there's like Team Aqua members hanging out. Yeah, there is. Okay. So we're going to come back to this. But let me look at the Pokénav. Alright, Route 128, and then kind of... I can remember where we need to get back to. I need to go back and get more repels and shit anyway, so... But I do remember something with going to the seafloor cavern, but I wasn't sure if we had to... Also, how the fuck did they fit that submarine through this little entrance? Alright, so let's remember this right here, okay? Don't let me forget. For now, we're just going to keep kind of exploring around and talking about random shit. But... yeah, so like I went to Planet Fitness today, and there's just so many gosh darn people. And again, I'm all for people improving themselves, whatever. But like, Planet Fitness definitely gets its reputation for a reason. Like, the equipment is good enough, but it's limited in a way. And they just opened a brand new Crunch Fitness, like not far from where I live, and it's the same price what I pay for the Planet Fitness Black Card, so I might look to switching gyms. I also want to find something that has like better cardio equipment, but like maybe like boxing, like heavy bags and stuff like that, because I kind of want to learn how to fight. Because I mentioned, I'm big into UFC and stuff. Not that I'm going to become a professional fighter or anything, but I think it's just a good skill to have. I'm pretty sure this massive, rock face here is where, like, Sutopolis sits between that, or in the middle of it. I'm gonna have a hell of a time going around and finding all these random trainers that I missed. But at least we found where we need to go next with the underwater cavern. We just kind of just stumbled on that by accident. Because I don't think after you beat Team Magma at the space center, like I know when you're in Slateport and Archie takes a submarine and says like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, whatever, and then we go to their hideout and we defeat their admin, Archie, or the admin says that Archie's in the underwater cavern or whatever, and you need to get dive to access that. But it doesn't, I don't think there's any dialogue that told us we have to go there after beating Tate and Liza and clearing out Team Magma at the Space Center. So I'm wondering if that's because I stopped playing this game when I was a kid because I just had no idea where to go. But thankfully, we're in the age of 2026, there's 10 million things that tell you what to do next, or at least recommend what to do next. But yeah, I'm just gonna... Ooh, double battle. Yes, let's do a double battle here on camera. Why not? Let's get Hariyama some action here. He's been on a dry spell. Not that kind of dry spell. Get your mind out of the gutter. Check out the sculpted body. I'm more cut than a black belt. Yeah. Swimming is the best form of cardio. I will say that. Okay, he says he's a triathlete. Lovedis. That's a Pokemon we have not seen yet in this game. I'm pretty sure Lovedis is a shit Pokemon, but you know what? Good for you. So, anyway, I keep finding tangents of things to talk about. So if anybody has any New Year's resolutions that they're working on or, have already put into place, hope that's going well for you. Oh my gosh, Hariyama, you're seriously in love with that tiny little heart-shaped fish? Listen, I'm not one to judge couples and their proportional sizes to each other, but you would kill her once you try to breed a Pokemon egg, okay? I'm sorry. I'm just being honest with you, whatever. The heart wants what the heart wants, after all. Alright, let's see if it powers through here. Third time's a charm. Nope. Man, Hariyama is a fucking simp. Jeez. Oh, I accidentally arrow laced the Lovedis. If anyone's going to take out this gosh dang Lovedis, it's going to be Hariyama. I will never condone, using Vital Throw on your loved one, but I kind of need it in this case here, Hariyama, alright? Again, don't condone domestic violence at all. But let's go here. We got things to do. Alright, you know what? Credit to you. Hariyama won't put his hand on a lady. How can you hate that? As inconvenient it is for us in this moment in time. Alright, let's see if I'm going to eat my words. Oh my gosh! Love, I don't know if this is the first time we've ran into love in this, but love can be, it's kind of like confusion, except instead of hitting yourself, as you see here, for 5 fucking straight turns we've been immobilized, you can cure it by switching out, or I'm pretty sure if, oh god, great, another one. Oh! Hariyama recognized that this was the Lovedis twin, and he knocked that bitch out. No, I'm just kidding. You can cure it by switching out. Or, as you saw there, if, you knock out the Pokemon that yours is infatuated with, then it cures itself, so. I guess we can dive again. Okay. It's kind of good that we're encountering this here. So this, underwater kelp or whatever you want to call it, you can actually find Well, a Pokemon underwater. And, okay, blue shard. I know there's somebody that has something to do with shards in this, but I don't really think we need to get into that. Okay. Let's just dive down one more time and see if there's anything we can find or go over, but this might be a good stopping point. We kind of accidentally stumbled. Okay, there's another little cavern here, so we can look what is in here. As I'm on my last repel, which is, again, why I didn't want to do the cavern quite yet. I wonder if this takes us... Yeah, it does. It takes us to Sootopolis. Alright. So this is where I'm guessing we're supposed to do the underwater cavern first. But we've kind of accidentally stumbled upon multiple things here. We're Sootopolis City, which is the home of the 8th gym, but we also found the underwater cavern, which is, Team Aqua's last stand, if you will. So I'm guessing we're supposed to do the underwater cavern first, because we got the HM for dive, which you need to actually find the underwater cavern. So probably do that next part, but yeah, Sootopolis, some funky looking buildings here. But yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. I need to find where they have the damn Pokemon Mart so I can get some repels. But off camera, I will probably deposit a different Pokemon, pull out Camerupt, and just go around finding some of the trainers that I have missed off in our little escapades here. I'm going to stock up on a bunch of max repels so we can get through the Aqua Hideout as cleanly as possible. I'm also going to stock up on all these good little healing items here, because we are rolling in it. Okay, I don't need more than 19 revives, at least I hope not. I'm going to buy these for legend catching purposes. And I guess while I'm at it, I'm just going to dump the rest of my money on repels. Got 13 Gs. We'll spend 10 more on max repels and call that good. Alright, so yeah, that'll do it for this part. I know we didn't really get a ton done, but I'm about to say we had fun conversations, but really it's just me talking to my screen. But hopefully, you guys are engaged with it. But anyway, in the next part, we'll do the underwater cavern with Team Aqua. And yeah, I'll do those NPC trainer battles off camera, the ones I missed. So again, I don't want to flood you guys with those. So apologize, we didn't really make much story progress in this, but we stumbled on some things that we're going to need to go to by accident anyway, so at least we know where to find them. So yeah, that'll do it for this part. I hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time for more Pokemon Emerald. Goodbye.